Yo, Benzo Warriors, people of the universe. Man, we made it. We did it. I feel like I want to just go run down the street and just scream so loud. I'm in such a good place today. God, man, I'm telling you. So, if you have these withdrawals, if you're going through this, I'm here to tell you it gets better. And when it gets better, holy shit. It's like it feels like everything's in synchronicity right now. Everything, and I don't want to jinx it, but this has probably been, no, I already know. This has been the best day I've had in 2 months. And I'm trying to figure out, what I can tell you about this shit. Because I know people that message me, they ask me, do you have depression? And I say yes. Do you have lack of motivation? Yes. Are you scared? Abso-fucking-lutely. And then we kind of just have each other to lean on, right? But I don't know what you're doing to help. I can tell you what I'm doing. So here's what I do to beat this shit. I mean, this past 2 months, I hope I don't ever go back to that shit. Now, if I do, I have a little bit of, experience. This last week, I'm all over the place, so don't mind me. I'm not fully healed from this last drop. I didn't mention. So I dropped to 1 milligram a week ago today from 1.5 milligrams. And it was pure terror for 7 days. From the minute I woke up, maybe not the minute I woke up, as soon as I walked out of my house, the terror would just set in. And those withdrawals were brutal. And what happened was I dropped too soon. And I forgot, this is the thing about having brain damage, is we forget. It's so easy to forget things. I don't have zero memory. But I was gonna say, usually if I drop, and this is what I would suggest, give it a day. If it's too much, then you just go back up on your dose. And then you just ride it out a few more days. I've always done that. This time I didn't do that. Why? I have no idea. I mean, it didn't even cross my mind. So what I would have done is because I got the withdrawals immediately. What I would have done is come home over lunch, put that little 0.5 milligram, and it's insane that this little tiny piece can destroy you, what it does. I would have went back up. I didn't. So for 7 days, I've been white knuckling it. I've been living in a complete nightmare. Because one thing I've noticed is when we get in this state of mind, it's literally like being in a nightmare. I was trying to think about this last night. Like, how do I explain what it's like? It's beyond a nightmare. I felt like I was in junior high again, 7th grade, which was the worst time of my life because I was so afraid to go to school because of the bullies. I felt so disassociated. I didn't have any friends. You get the idea, right? I'm sure we've all felt it. Now, I do want to point out I did EMDR therapy to address those bullies and that time of my life, which is why I'm able to have no anxiety. So if you're not doing anything to help yourself get better and you're coming off this shit, I don't have anything for you, unfortunately. You're not going to get better. I mean, that's really negative. That's not what I meant to say. It's going to be hard because we have to address the trauma. We have to address the anxiety. So I felt like that for the past 7 days. When I would leave, I would be scared to leave my house because I didn't know what I thought. That's just how I felt. The depression was so bad. And the anhedonia, which is just a technical term for no feeling. I couldn't feel. I couldn't see. Like, I would see people smiling, couldn't hear. I was in my meeting yesterday with my HR meeting, team meeting, because that's what I do. And we were in this meeting, and I literally was out of body experience. I was sitting at the table. I saw everybody talking. I saw their mouths moving, but I couldn't comprehend anything they were saying. And I felt like I was floating above them. And I was sitting back in this room. And I think the reason why is because I was in a panic attack. Like I said, I've been in a panic attack for 7 fucking days. So my point is, what I was trying to say, it's the way I got out of it was, it's like a lucid dream. So what I was telling myself in this meeting was that this is all going to go away. This, what you're thinking, because what I was thinking was they're all talking about me. I was thinking I was going to get fired every second. I thought my boss was going to turn over to me and say, you know what, you can leave. You can leave. This is all the shit that was going on in my head. Just the worst possible scenarios were playing out in my mind. This car's, So what I was telling myself is, look, just get through this hour. All we have to do is get through this hour. Break it down by the minute. I don't know. I've done by the minute. Like, okay, what time is it? It's 11:45. We just got to get to noon. Then we can go outside. Then we can leave. So try doing that, just pace yourself. And just know that this shit isn't real. This shit is not real. I seriously thought the world was going to end. Like, I felt like I was living in the apocalypse. That any second there was a bomb was going to go off. Like, the worst possible scenario. I keep saying I'm not a fan of that. Look at me backing up. Probably not supposed to be doing this while filming, but I don't care. Because that's how fucking confident I feel right now. I feel like I can take on anything. The other thing that I do, so yes, I have a membership to Planet Fitness. I do red light therapy. I go to red light therapy at least 5 times a week. Why? Because I live in Michigan and we don't get the sun. Plus, when you're in the red light therapy, you put on the YouTube channel, The Power of You. It's a bunch of frequencies, different sounds, and you listen to that and you meditate. So I also meditate hard, and it takes me out of this mind, right? It doesn't make the withdrawals go away, but it gives me a break from the withdrawals. So I sit in there for 12 minutes, I meditate. Then there's like a water massage bed. I go on there, I feel, we have to escape this terror somehow. Without, doing what I would want to do. Like, I would just want to incapacitate myself until it's over. Like, put me in a coma. Meditation, music. I put the earbuds in when I'm at work, and I listen to the sound frequencies. Solfeggio, I think it's called solfeggio. Tones. There's different hertz, so let's say 450, I don't have a memory. I'm just playing. I don't know. 452 hertz, right? That's the sound frequency for God. And it goes from 172 all the way up to 986, give or take. Listen to those. I put those on at night. I listen to those at night. I have earbuds. I sleep with them in. I sleep with brain hemisphere synchronization tones to heal my brain when I'm sleeping. Right? We're in battle right now. We go to battle. This is war. What we're going through is war. And we're just trying to be able to function in society, you know? Therapy, I've already talked about that. If you're not in therapy, I mean, come on. Exercise, I exercise every morning. Even if it sucks, I still exercise. But anyway, I just want you to know that, like, what you're going through is all lies. The voices that you're hearing, all lies. And just know you can get through this. You will get through this. God forbid, you don't, but nobody should have to go through this shit. Period. But I'm here to tell you, I made it. And right now I'm on my lunch break and I'm at the ionic foot detox. Why? Because I want to feel better. All kinds of things that we have to do to treat ourselves. I just wanted to say I love you, and you're not alone. And I got really good friends and family, man. Like today, these are tears of joy. Because that shit was brutal, man. I don't like to think about it, but it's real. And people really do love me, even though I don't think they do. The voices tell me nobody loves me. And today, like, people are smiling at me. People are talking to me. For 7 days, I was just running and hiding from all these things. And like yesterday, I was in a nightmare. Today, I feel like I'm in Candyland. I tried to think of, a term that when I was walking out of the building today, everything was so bright and colorful. And it just the sounds are so good. The air smells so good. The sun feels so good. Just hang in there, all right? And if you're like friends or family and you know someone that's going through this, I mean, there's nothing you can do but just tell them that you love them and that it's gonna be all right. Because that's what I'm telling you. Man, if you're going through this, I feel for you so much. You just message me. Whatever you want to do. I'm here and I love you. And we can do this together because we're the only people that are doing this right now. This is a silent epidemic. We're suffering in silence. And it's not fair, but you know what? Life isn't fucking fair. There's some reason God chose us to go through this, right? So we have to take it and we have to go. You know what? I accept the challenge because I tell you what, when you get through those waves, dude, this I feel so strong. I feel so confident right now. So it's possible. I'm at 1 milligram, baby. I was at 40 milligrams last year. We've been doing this shit for 15 months, and it ain't gonna get any better yet. But it will. We have those I forget what they're called, waves, and then whatever the rest period that we have. I ain't dropping today. Fuck that. I'm dropping next week. Maybe. Take this shit slow. Alright, I rambled on, man, but I had to tell you it's all good. It's all gravy, baby. I'm taking tomorrow off, too. I deserve it. I'm taking a me day. It's going to be Good Friday, and you bet your ass it's going to be Good Friday in this house. I love you guys. You got this. Trust me, you got this. We don't have another option.